Yeah.
Woo!
Good stuff.
Wait, before we do anything, I'm just finishing up my own voting here. Let me just get my votes done. Thank you. So if you're watching us right now, well, first and foremost, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Sam. This is Eric.
Hey.
We're one half of the group from 12 Points from America. Thank
Yep.
you so much for watching us tonight.
We're 6 of the 12 points.
That's how math works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny and Derek, they might be joining us later. Probably not. Who knows? If they call in, we'll patch them in.
Yeah.
Either way, if you're watching us, you probably have just finished watching the first episode of the American Song Contest.
Holy cow.
It was so good. It was so good.
I'm so excited that we have our own song contest.
Yeah.
Like that's like my biggest like feeling takeaway of this whole thing, honestly, is that like is this how Europe feels all the time? Like
maybe?
Because like
I mean, I think for me the biggest thing was the fact that it's awesome that, you know, I love Eurovision and, you know, the classic Eurovision classic. But I've never really had a horse in the race. I've never had, you know, my little flag wavy moment of rooting for my own country. You know, I've got countries that participate at Eurovision that I've got like family heritage, but I'm not, you know, I'm not Lithuanian, I'm not Belarusian, I'm not, you know, fill in the blank.
Right.
But I'm Minnesotan. And so to be able to watch Minnesota and do pretty solidly too.
Oh my
with
God.
A song that I
so
actually
good.
like.
Their song is amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Quick comment here from A. Ross. Is that somebody you know?
Maybe.
Okay. Said Rhode Island clearly owned it. If you missed the ending for some reason, and they really kind of just like, there wasn't a ton of buildup for the thing, but no. I guess that's American contests for you.
Yeah.
Rhode Island got the direct to final, to put it in Melfester.
Direct to friends. But yeah, he earned it. Like that last one, I thought that this when I heard what the running order was going to be, and I heard that Rhode Island was going to be last time, I was like, it's such a downbeat song. Is that what you want to end your show with? I would have thought something with more power, but he was bloody brilliant. So I totally get it.
Richard Stegman says, I want that shirt, Oklahoma rocked it. I assume he's talking about yours.
I mean, it's nice, it's comfy, it's, you know, but no, this styling.
I'll tweet out the link to where I got this, if it's still even there. I found it on Redbubble. As long as the Warhol estate hasn't found it yet, you might still be able to get it. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
But it might still be available. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the shirt, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So,
do we want to do a quick rundown of the songs that were performed tonight? What our general thoughts were?
No. Yes.
Okay. Good night, everybody. All right. So we opened the show. As many of you know, we are recording this from approximately Minneapolis, Minnesota. So conveniently for us, Minneapolis, or I should say Minnesota, Yam House is ready to go, opened up the show. Speaking of Minnesota, before we get into the song itself, I need to highlight a comment here from the Dirt Crew.
Yep, Dirt Crew makes a really good point here. I still can't get over that weirdo from Wisconsin claiming UFTA is theirs. That is, what was that guy's name? Steve-O? Jaco. Come on the show sometime. We can hash this out, I think. But I don't think that that's your word, man.
Yeah, we don't take too kindly to people stealing our lexicon. Anyway, enough about him. We'll get to him later. Yam House, ready to go.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not just supporting the song because it's the song from my backyard that they, you know, played First Avenue. That, you know, they played. Actually, it turns out that they were part of the roster at that Basilica block party that we went to that year. There's every year.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't the day that we were there, but he was out. They were at one of the other stages.
Wow.
There's a big concert that is held most summers here in Minnesota. Basilica Block Party.
That's when we saw Churches.
Yes.
And Yam House was also there.
The day before.
We weren't there when Yam House was there.
Right, but they were on the roster. Anyway, Yam House, decently established indie band here in the Twin Cities area. Open the show with Ready to Go. Super fun.
Yeah, and I appreciated so much that they filmed the postcard at First Avenue.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no better place to do that. If you've never been here, you don't know. First Avenue, it's one of the most iconic, like, just big room music venues in the world.
Yeah.
It's where Purple Rain was filmed, as they said on the show.
Anybody who's anybody.
Yeah, it's a really, really iconic place, and it made me really happy to see, like, that there's that checkerboard floor at First Avenue that
I have danced upon many times.
Yeah, they call it the downtown danceteria. It's the best. It's the best place.
Yeah,
and so that was a great.
Yeah,
it was good to see it on TV.
The day that Prince died, everybody just organically just flocked right to First Avenue and turned it into a shrine. We're not going to talk about the fact that Nitro Gnome just brought up the fact that 3/4 of Yam House are technically born over the river in Hudson, Wisconsin. But my thought is they live here.
Yep.
They're based here.
Yep.
Band was formed here.
Yep.
And Hudson, Wisconsin, if they turn on the news, if they turn on TV news, they're watching. They're watching Minnesota and they're watching Twin Cities affiliates.
Hudson, Wisconsin is basically one of our suburbs.
We'll take it.
Like Hudson's ours.
It's a cute town.
So whatever. It is. Yeah.
So anyway, Ready to Go, I thought was a great show opener. Perfect way to sort of open this new franchise, this new series with a shot of energy and fun and a very welcoming atmosphere. I thought it was a fantastic opener, and I totally recognize I'm biased.
It was also just an amazing song, though.
It was.
Like, studio versions, I think it was probably my favorite. It gets a little bit dicier, I think, when we go into the live versions, just because
for
some of these were nuts. Oh my God.
Yeah.
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 Oh man.
Okay, Nitro Gnome's partner is from Wisconsin, so we'll let the teasing slide. We like you. We've seen you. I've seen your stuff before. I've seen you on Twitter, so
no problem.
We get you.
No problem.
This time.
Yeah. Anyway. That's tease away. Just be aware. UFTA is ours, and
Bubbler's yours,
and Bubbler is yours. Yam House is ours, and Paul Ryan is yours, and that's it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
All right. So moving on to probably, you could say, one of the most hotly anticipated contestants going into the show.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the massive big names, but Oklahoma, hotbed of K-pop, evidently. Alexa with Wonderland. Highly slick, highly polished, super, super K-poppy.
Highly lip-synced, it seemed. I guess we don't know, but I didn't hear a lot of live vocals on that. That's really my only complaint. It was delightful.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
It was a really, really great show. It was so polished that it almost took me out of it. In the sort of, like, at Eurovision, we are so used to those primary vocals, those lead vocals being 100% live. Backing vocals can now be pre-recorded. But man, she danced the heck out of that. She performed that to a T.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
I had heard there was a K-pop song. I did not know until a couple days ago. It was from Oklahoma.
Where would you have expected it to be?
I don't know.
Why not Oklahoma, I guess? I mean,
maybe like a California or a Nevada or something like that. I know Nevada's going to be the Crystal Method.
Yeah, it is.
Or maybe, like they say, Alaska and Hawaii, the freak states.
Yeah, well.
So maybe one of those. I don't know.
So yeah. Alexa, Wonderland, Queen Aoife, who I believe you're just sitting over on the sofa there.
Are you right behind us?
Yeah, she's right behind us. But yeah, she's watching us anyway. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Person in the room. Anyway. Hey.
But yes, it was really, really fantastic. Shall we move on to?
Yeah. Let's. We gotta keep it rolling.
Before we do that, I have to say, there's always the joke in Eurovision circles about the second song in the running order being somehow cursed. I don't think that's the case this time around.
No, I don't think so.
Semifinal, no. But
and like, there's math to back that up too. The 2 slot just sucks. So, Krister Bjorkman, if you're watching, what do you have against this lady? Like, why would you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, moving on to slot number 3. We switch gears genre-wise entirely and go over to Arkansas. Kelsey Lamb's Never Like This. Pure country wedding song. Like, I expect to hear this song as the background of like Say Yes to the Dress, Oklahoma City. Like, this is pure sweetness and light and love and really quite lovely.
It was nice. It is not really my type of music, but it was nice. Her voice is nice. She sang inside a bloomin' onion, which is cool. Yeah, it was good. Oh, hi, Charlene. Hello. Hey. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
All the way from, where's Charlene from?
Australia.
What? Go to bed.
No, it's mid-afternoon there.
Oh, okay. Don't go. Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Hi, Charlene.
Hey, Charlene. Enjoy your lunch.
Yeah. Top of the morning. Then Indiana was up. I just don't have a ton to say about the Arkansas song. It was good.
Yeah, it was really lovely.
Fun. Indiana, I think, made a case. I saw somebody on Twitter say this. So this is not entirely an original thought, but I agree, I guess, that Indiana made the case for the 6 people on stage that Eurovision has. It was just a lot. It was just a lot going on.
I feel like a lot of the acts tonight really sort of depended on that sort of, if you can't fill the audience full of people and seeing flags, fill the stage so you get that sort of party atmosphere. And I mean, you kind of can argue that they did that with Yam House. Yeah, the non-vegetarian version of Yam House. Christian Pagan, same deal. There was a lot of, we'll get to Christian in just a moment, but yeah, there was a lot of that sort of on-stage party atmosphere that you just don't get at Eurovision. You kind of get to a lesser extent at Melody Festivalen, where the number's a little bit higher. And we did see it at other national finals as well.
Yeah.
But I don't hate the idea of having a big group.
Can I also say really quick how nice it is that Sam doesn't have to be neutral about this?
It's so nice. I can have opinions again.
Yeah, Sam can be really mad about this, and she can't get fired for it. I guess if she gets really mad, maybe we'll try. But yeah. If you haven't listened on the preview podcasts, well, I guess the one we just recorded isn't out yet. But if you listen to our junior Eurovision previews, Sam has been working directly with the EBU on web stuff, and so has to be a bit boring with
thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you bet. With our review shows and things like that, and that is going to be the case for the Eurovision previews that we have coming up. But that has no bearing whatsoever on the American Song Contest,
where I can be as critical as I damn well please.
That's right.
Friend of the show and friend of ours, Rob Rabinski, made a really good comment here, saying that his concern with Indiana was that the backup singer that was featured was more memorable. So it was Yuji Skywalker, which is pretty awesome, featuring Maxi.
Yeah.
But Maxi was really good. And there was a lot of focus on Maxi, not as much on just Yuji Skywalker as the primary. So
yeah. And I think that wasn't helped either by the fact that a lot of times there was a ton going on. Yeah. There were so many people on stage, and I enjoy the party atmosphere of it. I enjoyed it even more with Puerto Rico, which is the next song. But yeah, it just felt a little bit too chaotic. But the song was cool. His story was really, really great. I worried a bit about the postcards. American singing competitions are all just like the person whose family's death was the saddest, or whatever. Like it's all about heartstrings, and there wasn't as much of that as I'd feared. Like they, the artists get to talk about themselves. They get to talk about their home state, which is important since that's kind of the hook for the whole thing. But also beyond that too. I mean, Yuji Skywalker is from Uganda originally.
Well, born in Uganda at the very least. Parents were missionaries, so kind of bounced around a fair amount, and then Indiana's home. So it's not like, he's Indiana. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's not really a good choice for Indiana or anything like that. I'm just saying that. Excuse me. I'm just saying like he was able to tell more of the story than just I'm from Indiana. Fair enough. Yeah.
Indiana is where Larry Bird was, and now he's not. Indiana.
And for people who don't really care very much about basketball, I'm like, okay, Indiana.
Yeah, Charlie makes a good point. There'd be a focus on storytelling in the U.S. That's just kind of what we do. But agreed, it was a good balance of state and artist. They didn't overdo that. It felt more about the songs the way that a Eurovision or a Melfest, which I think this is maybe when you get down to brass tacks a little more similar to, at least as far as this first part goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's.
Shall we move over to Puerto Rico?
Let's do it. Yeah, Puerto Rico. Christian Pagan with Loco. I loved this.
It was fun.
I loved it.
It was super fun.
Loved it.
Great energy. And this is one that when I listened to it in studio, it was like, okay, it's fun, it's nice, but it really seemed to come alive quite a lot when it came down to the live performance. We have a comment from somebody from Puerto Rico, or as Latino, I should say. I misread that. As Latino, I felt that the Puerto Rican song was great, very Latin-esque. I wish it had more Spanish or a stronger, memorable moment. You know, when it comes to the linguistic question, you kind of have to balance the, you know, it's super important to represent your own state's culture, which, you know, in Puerto Rico, where Spanish is the primary language. But how do you balance that where you might be one of the only states, certainly the only state today, maybe one of the few states overall where Spanish is really focused. So how do you balance representing your state versus representing your state to a wider audience? And this is something that comes up a lot at Eurovision as well. And it's kind of sad to see only very specific locations having to kind of deal with that question.
Yeah, the career also notes the key change was the ESC link we desperately needed. I shouted key change when it happened. I was so excited.
If I had a drink, I would have slugged it. Yes,
that was fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know that there's like a wrong choice to be made there, you know. But yeah, I mean, more Spanish would have been cool, I guess. Oh God, Michael Bolton.
All right.
I'm gonna grab a beverage.
All right.
You can talk about Michael Bolton.
Can I?
Right? Yeah.
Must I?
Yeah. Go for it.
Well, get me a beverage too.
I believe in you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Hi. So Michael Bolton. So when we found out that Michael Bolton was going to be representing Connecticut, I was taken aback, I suppose. Like, that wasn't one of the artists that I was expecting. But
Michael Bolton.
Yeah, but it's like you would expect an artist as seasoned and as experienced as Michael Bolton, especially one who recently has been showing a lot of his sort of self-awareness and sense of humor. I was expecting him to be a bit more animated and a bit more self-assured.
Yeah, he was
as
he was pretty drab.
As Rob Urbinsky in the comments says, who slipped Michael Bolton the horse tranquilizer? And A. Ross, whoever that individual may be, Robo Bolton. I prefer to think of him as Voltron.
Voltron? Oh, I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because he's one of the big names and possibly one of the reasons that people may have kind of glommed onto the festival is, you know, having these big names instead of just a bunch of people that we don't recognize. And I find it ironic that arguably the biggest name in this competition with the longest, most sustained career was performing potentially the weakest. I don't know if there was something else going on, if he was under the weather, because he was also the only artist to not release any preview clips before today.
Now we know why, I think.
Yeah,
maybe he just wasn't happy with it. Charlene is noting he has not looked like he's wanted to be there the whole week. And yeah, I think that's kind of how it came across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's something deeper going on, hope he's okay.
You
know, and if he doesn't want to be here, then he doesn't want to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I suspect I don't know that we'll be seeing him again in the competition. Yeah. I've been saving this since we got back from Europe in junior. I brought you some Choco Milk.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Like, you're actually allowing me to drink this? I know this is prized for
I
you.
bought a lot of it.
Sweet. In that case.
Chocomel, the delightful beverage of the Netherlands. This is the American Song Contest stream, but whatever.
But this is a Eurovision
It's live.
Podcast, so
we're doing it.
I am so thirsty. I actually haven't had this before, so thank you.
You are very welcome.
For the record, we are not being sponsored by Chocomel.
Yet.
If the Chocomel people wish to change that, have your people call our people. Cheers.
We'll pay you a little. I don't know. Have you had this before?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
Oh, that is good.
Isn't it amazing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah. All right.
Chocomel.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can only get it, as far as I can tell, you can only get it in the Netherlands.
Mm.
And it's amazing. So here's to you, Michael Bolton. Cheers.
Cheers. Chocomel. Cheers. Mm. Oh, man. That is solid. By solid, I mean liquid. But yes. All right. So we move over to our southern neighbor, Iowa. Elizabeth Von Presley with Wonder, the girl power anthem, the girl power pop anthem, anyway, of tonight.
Do you think she likes the singer Pink?
Nah. Take it or no. In terms of the look and the sound, that is the pure pop sensibility that I was kind of craving. I thought she rocked it. I thought the message
was great.
Yeah, message was solid. Performance was solid. I don't really have a bad word to say. Rob,
is the Chocomel spicier than Michael Bolton's performance? Yeah, probably. This is so good. Like it's just chocolate milk, but like,
oh man.
But like, I don't know what it is. It's so good.
This is what Yoo-Hoo wishes it would be.
Yeah. Yoo-Hoo sucks.
I didn't go that far.
I am absolutely going that far. Yoo-Hoo sucks. Chocomel is where it's at. I'm not drunk.
And he's not. Can't confirm. Unless you spiked your Chocomel.
I did not.
This with the Baileys would be killer.
Oh, that's a thought.
All right, back to Iowa.
Yeah.
A. Ross, Pink 2, Pink Boogaloo. I say Pink harder with a vengeance. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why Pink is as awesome as she is.
I'm making a point to go to her coffee shop. She has a coffee shop near Cedar Rapids. That's not that far from here. I'm gonna go do that. Absolutely gonna go do that.
Field trip.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I thought she was good. And I think for people who are tuning into a contest like this, expecting that sort of pop sensibility that you might see at say Melody Festival, because we don't really have a Schlager touchstone here in the U.S. quite as much.
Not really. No.
Right.
Not in the same.
But I feel like a song like Wonder would kind of be as close to that as possible. Does that make sense?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, this is American pop music in a nutshell. I think. Yeah, that's. Oh man, I'm so happy right now. And it's not no. Well, it is, but it's also. Rob notes. I'll put this one up on the thing. Shout out to StreamYard, which makes it super easy to do this.
Yeah.
I want her coffee and love the pro LGBTQ symbology. Good to see it from Iowa. That's a very good point.
We love our southern neighbors.
We do. Iowa's good. Shout out to my dad. He's from Iowa. I asked him what he thought of it. I don't know that he was a big fan, but he's old, so you know. Yeah, when we had Wisconsin, I'm still mad at this kid for saying UFTA was a Wisconsin thing, and
kind of overshadowed the performance. Yeah. Granted, we as Minnesotans are highly territorial about our cultural touchstones. I say we as Minnesotans, fully admitting that I was born and raised in New Jersey, but I've been living here as long as I was living there. So take that as you will.
Carter says it was the only gay thing about the whole show. Is that? Yeah, kind of.
Probably.
Kind of.
Outwardly,
in that way.
Like overtly, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't have a ton to say about Jayco's song. I think it was. I thought I appreciate its uniqueness, but I just don't really like it that much. Is kind of where I was at with it.
There was parts of me that felt charmed by it, because I do like that sort of old and new kind of squished together kind of a thing. And there were parts of me that felt it felt almost a little forced.
Mm-hmm.
In those 3 minutes, I was entertained. But did it last with me as much as other songs? I don't think it did. I appreciate the fact that he has his own sense of style, his own view. A. Ross is bringing up so much literal cheese from Wisconsin, like actual literal cheese.
It's a lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese. A lot of cheese.
It's Wisconsin.
It's Wisconsin.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
The dance was from Mississippi, also possibly gay. A gay thing in the show. Is that what Rob is saying? I think it might be.
Potentially.
This one, I this is the one I kind of had pegged as being the jury winner. Mississippi, to be clear. Holy cow, this performance was unreal.
Yeah. I mean,
if this is America's Fuego, cheers.
Cheers to that. I'm okay with that. I thought, is it Kiani or Kiani?
I actually don't know. Did they? If they said it, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it and hop on Peacock just to make sure that I'm getting that name right, because I think it's going to be a name that I'm going to be referencing for a long time to come. I thought she was fabulous. I thought she was really, really spectacular. If I ever have use for a mic stand, I want one of those Goldie fringy mic stands like she has. But she just had this presence, this absolute. I'm going to stand here and sing the hell out of this and dance, and you are going to watch me be the goddess that I am. And I thought she brought the house down.
Yeah, she's incredible.
If it wasn't Rhode Island that took the jury pick, I would not have been shocked to have seen.
Back-to-back Queen Aoife notes here. Tood? Does this have tood as we've defined it? I think we need Danny.
Yeah.
To tell us if there was tood or not.
Absolutely.
It's a good question.
It is a good question.
Really good question.
I feel like tood is more ironic. This is just pure attitude.
Like badassery.
Maybe? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that tood is wrong necessarily, but this is like beyond tood. Tood harder.
Anyway. Tood. Yeah. Electric boogatood. No. Anyway, Ms. Starr. However you pronounce your first name, and I will get that right by the time we do this again.
Yes.
Brilliant. Loved it. Fierce.
So, we got New Boot Goofin.
New Boot
from Wyoming.
Okay. All right. I need to take a shot of chocolate before this one, and maybe a little bit of that.
While you're doing that, I'll just start. I don't like it. I don't like it, you guys. I don't get it. I don't even get it like ironically. I just think it's bad. But at the same time, this is like the most quintessentially American sounding song that there is. Like you know how like Dancing Lascia Tumbai is distinctly Ukrainian.
Oh yeah.
This is that, but for us. I just made myself sad.
Yep. I hate admitting it. I realize. We've had discussions on the podcast and on our Twitter feed, which, if by the way, if you don't follow us on Twitter, we are at 12pointsusa. Even though, to be honest, if you found this live stream, you probably found it most likely through our Twitter. And if not, follow us there. We'd love to have you.
We're on all the things except TikTok. We don't have a TikTok.
I'm old.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the energy to do a TikTok.
I'm not cool enough.
Yeah,
fully admit that.
We'll see.
We do have Instagram, so
we did, yeah.
Baby steps.
12 Points for America on Instagram. That is fairly new. We need more followers on Instagram, so please check us out there. We'll be posting screenshots of our tweets, which is what Instagram is for. But other than when we get to, because we'll be in Turin for Eurovision, and we'll be doing content. We'll have some stuff specific to Instagram, I'm sure, once we get there.
You're just stalling so you don't have to talk about New Boot Goofin', aren't you?
I already said what I wanted to. I don't like it.
Okay. I hate admitting that I kind of enjoy it. In a sort of, I don't feel like I should, but I do.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Partially because it just reminds me of a scene from Reno 911 where Lieutenant Dangle gets his new boots and he's New Boot Goofin', which is really the only time I've ever heard the phrase outside of this song is Reno 911. So before we continue, I need to send my sympathies over to my friend and colleague Charlene Wright, telling us not to do TikTok, that she's acquired 20 plus Michael Bolton fan follows in less than a week.
That sounds great.
Is this the jungle that is TikTok?
That's got to be all of them on TikTok too. Yeah. Like there can't be that many. We did get some tweet responses from what appeared to be like Michael Bolton bot accounts. It was weird. No, I'm serious. It was
Boltron.
Or maybe it was just Michael Bolton himself, now that we've seen what he's like. But no, there were some very bot-like responses, like, I cannot wait for my favorite Michael Bolton, who I love. go Michael Bolton, and it was like first name bunch of numbers was the account. So anyway, it's bad.
You goofing. No. It's like it's a deep fried Oreo. It's bad. You know it's bad. You know that it is, but you also know that it's just going to stick with you. And whether that be, stuck to your brain or stuck to your thighs, that's, I don't know your metabolism. You do you.
What's up, Andy? You heart Michael Bolton. What's your favorite Michael Bolton song, and why is it Jack Sparrow?
Don't keep Andy Lamp. Voltron will have his revenge. Anyway, so we close the show out. We've already kind of mentioned Rhode Island's Houston.
The winner.
The jury winner. Yeah. Again, there will be 3 public vote qualifiers from this. But Rhode Island's Houston closing the show with Held On Too Long. This was another song that hearing it in the studio, I'm like, okay, it's lovely, it's beautiful, it's evocative, but this came together beautifully live.
Oh God.
And this is a Salvador Sobral sort of fireworks versus feelings moment where sometimes you just need one person alone on stage, bit of lighting, and just let the emotions do the work and let the vocals do the work.
Yeah, I for a brief moment I was surprised when they announced Rhode Island, but then I thought about it and thought nah, that's legit. It was really good. I mean, there are parts where he's you can just feel what he's feeling as he's singing. Oh, yeah. Singing his heart out.
Yeah.
It's really
and I also need
really well done.
And I also need to thank Rhode Island for automatically qualifying so I could use the votes that I was going to use for him to distribute to other artists. So thank you for that. Which means that if you haven't already voted, voting is still open. It seems to be open until tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, or Wednesday?
Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday.
Wednesday morning, U.S. time, I suppose.
So the folks that get it, next day on Peacock, you can still vote.
Okay, which is comforting because we're not going to be able to watch it live next week.
That's right. At this exact time next week, I don't know that I don't know how many of these we will end up doing, but I know we will not do one next week because we will be in Chicago seeing Dottie Frere.
Heck yeah, we will.
From the other contest, whatever it's called. I'm really excited for that. He's going to be great. Yeah. We're trying to talk with him. We'll see if we can track him down somewhere.
Dottie, have your people call our people back.
That's right. Yes.
And by our people, I mean him.
Me. Yeah. Please have your people email me back.
Yeah. But it's honestly, I am so excited about this. Like the fact that this first show is here, it didn't suck.
It really didn't.
It was actually really solid.
I mean, a save for Wyoming, it was so good.
And even that was bad good. That was a fried Oreo.
Yeah, like this really felt great. It had the feeling that a Eurovision or a Melfest has. And I remember thinking when I was listening to the songs this morning that I appreciated how diverse it is in terms of sound and in terms of style and age and all of this stuff. I don't know that every heat in subsequent weeks is going to nail that quite as much. I think we had concerns when they first announced this that if each state just gets to pick a song, there's going to be like 40 country songs and like 8 R&B songs and then a couple other things. No, we got K-pop from Oklahoma. We got
who knew?
We got whatever Wisconsin is, and yeah, and the other thing was like, I really felt like, okay, is Yam House distinctly a Minnesotan sound? No, not really. Because I don't really know what that even means.
Because we're in the thick of it. We're surrounded by the forest, so we don't necessarily see.
True, but like Oklahoma, is it a K-pop place? No. Is Wisconsin a weird young adult place? Kind of. Some of these don't necessarily really speak to where they're from, but when you look at this show as a whole, it feels very, very American. And I feel like our country was well represented by this show. overall. That was my strongest feeling, is that a lot of these are not necessarily gonna reflect exactly where they're from, but the show as a whole, the American Song Contest, is gonna feel like a song contest that's American.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if we were always going by what we expect every if we were always going to go by what we expect every state to send, we're not going to get the Alexas, and we're not going to get the UG Skywalkins, or Jaco. It's what is the Minnesota sound? If people expect us to sound like Bob Dylan, then we lose the Lizzos, we lose the Princes.
Yep.
If people expect Hawaii to always sound like Don Ho or then we're going to lose out on. I'm sure there's some incredible death metal bands in somebody's garage up in Hilo that we're missing.
Barack Obama.
Yeah. 2023, Barack Obama for Hawaii.
That's right.
We're putting this out into the universe.
Yeah, we've heard him sing. He's not bad.
Yeah. It's actually pretty solid. Also want to touch on some things that other people have mentioned. The fact that Snoop and Kelly together. When I first heard that they would be the hosts, first I was like, really? Like, Snoop and Kelly. That Snoop and that Kelly. They seem to be having the absolute times of their lives.
Kelly was very drunk, and I really appreciated that. She was having so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
And Snoop, well, you know what Snoop is doing.
It's Snoop.
Yeah. But
the two of them played off of each other in a way that I think really, really worked, and that it made everything feel very, very welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with it. I like many things with this show, I didn't expect it to work as well as it has, but it has.
This is great. This was great.
Yes.
It was fantastic.
As is this Chocomel, my God.
Yeah. Speaking of amazing. Chocomel.
Yeah. Hey, Ross, truth is, America is a diverse place where good and interesting music can come from anywhere in any form. So true. There are, 325 million of us?
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ross says #2023 DESA for Minnesota. Yep.
Where do I sign? Where do I sign?
That's a very good idea.
Yep.
We should definitely get behind that. Charlene does note, I want to tell production team not to show the host dancing during songs, though. I agree. Or, hear me out, we do the same thing at Eurovision.
They're not.
I'm just saying.
There's not enough dancey songs this year.
Cut to Mika listening to Give That Wolf a Banana. Is it that bad of an idea? No, it's not.
No. Because he did say in an interview he was a fan of the song. Anyway, we're getting back into
Charlene's following comment is just, oh God, no.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Mika, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Because you're totally watching this live stream right now. Anyway. We don't know who's singing next week quite yet, but I'm sure that we will get the roster for that probably in the next few days. We'll probably get the songs out, I suppose, by 6 days' time, I suppose. At the very least, little snippets will probably be dribbling out by here and there. I am so excited to see what the rest of this is. I mean, we had 11 songs here. We have 45 more to go.
45 to go.
We got more weeks of this. Like Eurovision is, done within the span of a week in terms of the actual televised shows. We've got weeks and weeks and weeks of this.
Yep.
So excited.
I'm very excited. I was hoping I would get an update during this live stream about my accreditation for Turin. I didn't. Let me know, EBU. It's cool, but let me know, please.
Let them know.
I want to know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We are not sure when the next time that we are going to do one of these streams is. We just happen to be in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
If the stars align, we might do another one of these. Let us know what you think. Again, if you don't follow our podcast already, you can find us at 12pointsfromamerica.com. Find us at all your normal streaming services. Find us on social media on either Twitter or Facebook at 12pointsusa. Email us directly at 12pointsfromamerica@gmail.com. You can find us on Redbubble. You can find us obviously here on YouTube. Check out some of our other content. You can now find us on our new Instagram. That is 12 Points from America, the full name. So much content.
Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea how much content we've got coming. We've got. I'm gonna give a sneak preview. I think for our folks who took the time to tune in tonight. We have a Patreon dropping this week. It's coming out this week. There are going to be opportunities for getting episodes early and for
special content, maybe some merch.
Yeah, some merch you're not going to be able to get anywhere else that I'm really excited about. That's really dorky, but I'm really excited. And yeah, all you have to do to get it is to give us money.
Again,
that's how America works.
And America, just for the record, like if you're happy with the standard experience here that you're getting with 12 points from America, that's not going anywhere. We're not taking stuff away in order to give stuff to the Patreon folks. We are just adding an extra level of content or extra access to content, and that will be dropping in the next couple of days. So just follow us on social media. You'll get all the information about that. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We are so excited. No, Queen Aoife, we are not doing 12 points NFTs.
No, these are going to be so fungible you won't believe it.
The fungiblest of all.
Yeah.
Absolute fungible.
Not doing NFTs, I don't think. Nope. But thanks for asking.
Nope.
I guess. All right.
Yeah. Well, in that case, everybody, thank you again for watching. I hope you are as excited about the American Song Contest as we are.
Yes.
We are pretty freaking excited.
We are pumped for this contest. Pumped.
Super pumped. All right. Well, in that case, stay tuned. We'll have more content coming your way. Listen to the podcast if you don't already. We have our Eurovision Song Contest preview shows coming up.
Yep, that's also dropping this week. So
and it's
first one of those.
And it's a doozy.
Oh man.
We have a incredibly special guest that we have brought to the show. Yeah, stay tuned. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna love her. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
This was really fun.
Have a great evening.
We'll see you sometime soon, but keep tuning into the shows, both NBC's and ours. They're both equally good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in the world, have a great evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you are, wherever you are.
Take care. Stay safe.
Night, everybody.
Stop watching now. And then.